Hi guys, this is Anna from Kakibana and welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my VIPASSANA meditation experience. And so this topic is a little bit different to the other videos that I usually do about learning and speaking different languages and working and traveling overseas. But I really think that finding inner peace and living a peaceful life is really important for everyone. So I hope this video and this topic adds value for you, and I hope to be doing more videos on this topic, so stay tuned. So if you want to see more videos about learning languages, travel and finding inner peace, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking the button below. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking firstly about what the VIPASSANA course is, and then I'll talk about why I went there and my motivations for going. Then I'll talk about my experience on the course, so how it was for me, and then talk about what happened after my course, and then my plans from here onwards. So firstly, about this course, what is this course about? So this VIPASSANA meditation course, it's taught in many cities around the world, and it was spread by a man called Goenkaji, who was originally from India but grew up in Burma, and sadly he's passed away. But during the course, you listen to his instruction and you watch videos of him every day so that you can learn as the course goes along. He is the main teacher of this VIPASSANA course. And it's 10 full days of meditating, approximately 10 hours per day. There's no eye contact, no physical contact with the other meditators at all. No speaking, no distractions such as books, mobile phones, internet. And the course is completely free. So free food, free accommodation, free teachings, everything. And it's just based on donations. And donations are accepted by old students meaning the people who have done the course before. And the idea behind that is that anyone can attend. You do have to apply for the course, so you have to put your details in, your background to be accepted into the course. So now I'll talk about why I went and my motivations for going. I've been lucky enough in my life to experience many things. I've traveled the world. I live in Australia, which is a really peaceful, safe country with lots and lots of opportunities. I love my job, which is teaching English to foreign adults, and I have fun all the time. And I have a loving boyfriend, family, and friends. And so I have a very fortunate life. Even with all of those things, I felt a little bit bored of life. I felt a little bit unfulfilled in my life. I was always wanting more, not materials things as such, but just for my personal fulfillment. I kind of felt like, what is the point in life if we're always just searching for more and never feeling fulfilled? I felt a little bit frustrated in my life. I think that frustration came out to my loved ones with anger. So I had a bit of a short temper, very moody. I was affecting the people that I loved, and so I had this problem and I needed to fix this in order to live a happier life. And I watched so many videos and read a lot of books about how to live a happy life, and a lot of them suggested that meditation was key. To live in the moment was really key. And so I did try meditating, and I started with 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I think it helped a little bit, but I didn't really know how to do it and how to meditate, and I felt that I wasn't concentrating on the present moment, and so I felt that I really needed more. I needed a big change in my life. And so just as I was feeling this way, one of my students who's from Brazil, he knew that I loved yoga, and he was a yoga teacher himself. He asked me if I'd heard about this VIPASSANA meditation. I hadn't heard about it at all, and so he suggested that I look into it and give it a try. So I want to thank my student Diego for introducing me to this VIPASSANA meditation course. So as soon as he suggested it to me, I knew that it was something that I wanted to do, and I knew that it would be a big change in my life. It took me a year to finally register and actually do the course myself. So I registered for the course in August 2018. I went for 10 days. And before I went to the course, I wanted to learn a little bit more about it. I wanted to hear about other people's experiences. So again, I watched YouTube videos about other people's experience on the VIPASSANA course. A lot of them said that it was one of the hardest things that they've done in their life. Some people wanted to run away from the course after a few days, and negative things that they hadn't even thought about in years or didn't even think were traumas came up and it was really hard to deal with them. So I had these things in mind as I went to the course, and I was kind of expecting anything to pop up in my head while I was meditating. The thing is that none of this happened to me, and I was just going with the meditation, listening to the instructions and doing the technique. I was really concentrating on that, and I was focusing on being able to fix my anger, fix my short temper, fix my moodiness. And so I was just putting everything into the technique and really focusing on that. What I took away from the course is, and what the course teaches you, is that while you're meditating there, and because you're meditating for 10 hours a day, you're meditating for approximately 1 hour per session, it teaches you to sit still and whatever sensations come up in your body, to not react to them. And so he uses the word to be equanimous, which is basically not react and just feel calm and just observe it, but don't react. That's what I really tried to do. So you'd feel pain in your legs, your back, and the point was to not react to these sensations. That translates to your daily life about feeling negative feelings that come up inside your body. And for me especially, that was anger, but other things could be fear, jealousy, depression, anxiety. It teaches you in a practical way to just observe, not react, and just let it go. But it was definitely really difficult because 10 hours of meditating is really hard. Not speaking and no eye contact, no physical contact. That part was completely easy for me because that's what I really wanted, to go deep within myself. The hard part was meditating and focusing on the moment and just being aware of the current moment, because yes, your mind does wander off a lot. People think, oh, it's a meditation retreat, oh, it must be so relaxing, you must feel really relaxed after it. And to an extent, yes, but it is really hard work, and you've got to be really motivated to be able to complete the 10-day course, stay with it and not give up. My motivation kept me going because I thought, yes, this technique is going to really change me as a person, because I'm not going to let that anger affect me. And so I was just really putting myself into the meditation and excited about what changes it would bring in my life after the course. So on the last day of the course, you come out of the silence and you do start talking so that you are prepared to go back into the world, into society. And what I noticed was that as soon as I started talking and we would start meditating again, it was really hard to meditate and it was really hard to concentrate. That made me realize to myself that 10 days wasn't enough. If I really wanted to feel the effects, I needed to meditate more. I needed to do the course more. One course, it does bring about a little bit of change, but I needed more. It is recommended to meditate 2 hours a day when you're back and do a 10-day course once every year, but I wanted more. And also because during the course, I realized that if I was able to overcome these negative feelings, then that would just make every part of my life so much better. I would be feeling happiness, peacefulness, calmness in every aspect of my life. And I was lucky to be at a point in my life that I was able to prioritize this meditation over work, over any other situation. So after the first course, as soon as I came back to the real world, I got onto my computer and booked in for another course just 2 months later in November. So I was still working at this stage, so I thought, okay, I better work for a couple of months at least before taking another 3 weeks off. So in November, my experience was very different to my meditation experience during the first time, because this time I was volunteering my time. In this course, they call it serving. So I was serving in the kitchen. And as I said before, all the food and everything is free. So they rely on volunteers to keep these courses going. I was in the kitchen with 6 other servers. So the time that I had with them was absolutely amazing. To be able to volunteer at courses, you need to have done one course before. So all of the people that were in the kitchen, they had more experience than me with the Vipassana courses. And so it was really awesome to be able to talk about our own experiences together, how practicing meditation translates into daily life and how you can incorporate it. And so it was really inspirational to meet all of these people and have conversations with them about spirituality, about living a peaceful life. Particularly one person was really, really inspirational because he had decided that he was going to dedicate 2 years of his life to constantly be at the meditation center and do meditation as well as volunteering throughout his 2 years. That really inspired me, and he was so knowledgeable about so many things, about the meditation of course, but just about life in general. He was only 36 years old, but really knowledgeable. And so during our time there volunteering, we had so many conversations, we got along really well together, and I was able to ask him so many things that during my first course maybe I had a lot of questions, but I wasn't able to speak. And the time that I have to ask questions to the assistant teachers who are there to help you is really limited. So then I was able to ask him questions, be able to discuss these things. Really valuable experience to me and really beneficial for my self-development. At the courses, there are always assistant teachers. So Goenka G, as I mentioned before, is the main teacher. And then there are assistant teachers there at each course helping the students and answering any questions they have. After the day's meditation has gone and the students have gone to their own rooms, all the servers come together and we discuss what happened in the day, and then also ask any questions that we want to about the technique. And so that was really valuable to be able to talk to these assistant teachers who are so knowledgeable themselves. They have to go through so much to become an assistant teacher. So they have life experience. They have so much knowledge to share and give, and they are so friendly, so giving to people. And so I learned so much from them. And it was amazing and such a coincidence that female teacher was Japanese and the male teacher was Australian, and they were a couple. I connected with them because I'm half Japanese, and so I was really excited to share my experiences and hear about their experience. So during my time on this course, the teachers, they were going to serve on another course in January, and they invited me to come along and serve. And I thought that, January was a bit too soon after having served in November, but I thought that this was a sign. I really wanted to dedicate my life to this, so I decided to book in for another course in January and volunteer my time. On this course in January, I wasn't in the kitchen this time, but I was what's called the female manager. And the female manager is kind of the middle person between the students and the assistant teachers, because they aren't able to communicate directly at all times. If students had questions, then I would pass that on to the teacher. And then if the teacher needed to communicate with the students, they would go through me. And also for any logistical issues, such as needing any practical things, I would be assisting the students with that. And that was a really amazing experience, because this made me feel really part of the wheel. So that's what it's called, the wheel that keeps these courses going based on donations and based on volunteers. Deep in my practice even more. It was an amazing experience because the students were so grateful for what I was doing for them. At the courses in Australia, there's around 25 female students and 25 male students. I was able to see that every person is different. Every person is going through different experiences. Every person is on their own path and at different stages of their life. And I was able to see this firsthand, understand human psychology even more. And the teachers were there to also assist me, teaching me and helping me to understand different ways of communicating with the students, speaking to them with love, with kindness, every single interaction. So I'm not gonna lie, being a female manager was a lot of work and it was really difficult at times. I felt really fulfilled. I'm just so grateful to have had this opportunity, to be part of this community. I felt that it was a really good way for me to grow as a person. So after doing the 3 courses, and now it's February, and so I just did the last course last month, what are my future plans? So my plans are, after meeting all of those inspirational people on the courses, dedicate the next 3 months, spend time at the meditation center. So as I mentioned before about the guy who is going to meditate for 2 years, going to do a similar thing of meditating for 1 course and then volunteering, serving for 1 course, then meditating and alternating like that. And I'm really excited about this. I really want to take my practice to the next level, and I want to become a happier person, a more peaceful person, a fulfilled person who feels gratitude for every second of life and take advantage of everything that life has to offer. And I'm able to dedicate the next 3 months of my life because my mindset has had a shift, and I'm able to see what is important in life and what I want to prioritize. At the moment, I realize that I really want to prioritize my mental state, my inner peace, my inner happiness if I focus on that and if I put myself first and put my personal development first, then I'm able to offer so much more to other people, to be more loving, caring, and act with more kindness. When I come back, I do want to share my experience with you. So please let me know if you have any questions about the meditating or anything that I mentioned. If you like this video and if you like this topic, then please give this video a thumbs up, letting me know what your thoughts are, and also comment below with any questions or what you thought of this video. And if you have done the Vipassana course, let me know about your experience. If you want to do a Vipassana course, please comment down below. We can all share our experiences together. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this video was helpful for you and gave you some information and insight. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye.